If you are a regularly endowed man, or even on the smaller side, and find yourself with a woman who really loves the sensation of being filled by something that is a lot larger, then listen up. Whether or not your wife, girlfriend, or partner identifies as a size queen, or maybe y'all have just been experimenting with bigger and bigger sex toys and she's really come to enjoy that feeling, this does not have to mean the end of your sex life. It doesn't even have to mean that your intercourse or your penetration with her is going to be any less pleasurable than what she's getting with those toys. I actually think a lot of men deal with this issue even if their wife isn't into super big toys, right? If you've ever seen your wife be penetrated by something larger than you might be wondering, am I enough? Am I satisfying her? Is that what she wants? When I'm inside of her, is that what she's thinking of? And I'm telling you here that it doesn't have to be that case. There are ways for you and your partner to enjoy sex that do not have anything to do with how much you are. You don't have to compete with a sex toy. Let me just put it that way. You don't have to feel like you are competing with a toy in order to pleasure your wife, and I'm here to tell you exactly how. Now, there are two categories of advice that I'm going to give you. One is physical and one is energetic. Physically, you don't have to compete with the toy. Energetically, you don't have to compete with the toy, and here's how. So on a physical note, there are two things that you can do. One, you can have her strengthen her pelvic floor, especially if she's given birth vaginally, or if she's had any sort of injury to the pelvic floor, or she's just never known how to engage her kegels and her pelvic floor muscles during sex. This is a great opportunity for her to learn how to do that and for both of you to experience a lot more pleasure. Because when she is grabbing and gripping you with her pelvic floor, with the muscles that make up her vagina, you're going to feel it more and she's going to feel it more as well. I recently did a video on just this. Check that out and have her watch it and start practicing regularly. That's going to improve everybody's experience during sex. Now, the other thing that you can do from a physical perspective is change the positions that you are in during sex. There are different positions that are going to hit different parts of her body and can create a sensation of fullness. One of the most basic rules that I can share with you on that is any position that her legs are closer together, meaning instead of spread far apart, they're very close together, is going to create a fuller sensation. This can be done in missionary. This can be done with her in prone, laying flat against the bed, against her belly. This can be done with spooning. This can be done with cowgirl. If you want more information and really specific examples, including some video examples with models on how to create all of that, please check out my Thrusting and Positions Masterclass, where I get into how to modify all of the sex positions in order to get the result that you were looking for. In this case, having a physical sensation of a fuller body during sex. Now let's talk about the energetic things that you can do, because I think a lot of people miss this part of sex. So much of sex is beyond just the physical act of sex itself. And so for this, I'm recommending that you use what I call your energy cock. This is the literal push. This is the experience of your energy, your erotic energy, your life force energy that you are moving into her body. Now, you're doing this unconsciously already, even if you've never studied Tantra or taken a deep, intentional breath in your life, you still have erotic energy that you are engaging with in some way or another. It's just you might not be harnessing it yet. But the more that you can harness your erotic energy and move that into her and through her, the more that she will be having an intense erotic experience. And it doesn't matter how big or small or curved or shaped your cock is, because your experience is relying less on physical sensation and more about the erotic penetration that you are stretching her and filling her up completely with. One of the ways that you can do this is to literally visualize your energy cock entering her body, visualize it moving through her, visualize pushing waves of energy filling different parts of her body. You can imagine filling her womb and her heart. You can imagine filling her throat and her arms and her legs and her toes, every single part of her with your erotic energy. And the better that you get, the more practice that you have, the more present that you are, the more embodied that you are, the more that both you and her will be able to enjoy that experience. Again, you do not have to be a tantric master in order to have this experience. I believe that everyone, every single one of us has this capacity. It's just really about being present, slowing things down, and allowing ourselves to act as if, even if we are a little skeptical, act as if it is true and go forward with that. Now, I hope that this has helped to alleviate any sort of concerns that you have about your girlfriend or wives or lovers' enjoyment of large objects inside of her body. And if you still have some concerns or insecurities about that, I highly recommend that you apply for coaching with me and my team. We are here to help you have the best sex of your life. No matter who you are, no matter what you are dealing with, we've got someone who can support you in getting to the goals that you have in the bedroom. I'm Caitlin B. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see you here later this week. Bye.